see you all again. Sorry, there's something strange over the the camera. Okay. Anyways, I wanted to come back on and give you some information on how to transmute negative energy into positive energy, because if you're anything like me, then you've had a lot of negative energy thrown at you throughout your entire lifetime. Like, there's probably not a moment in your day where you're not being, spiritually attacked, um, emotionally attacked. Like, basically, like, everybody's just coming for your head for sometimes no reason. Sometimes maybe you're being a little arrogant, maybe you're being a little bit like, um, I'm picking up on a little bit too confident in yourself. So if you're like experienced those types of energies even now as an adult, then this will definitely help you. So if you're in the spiritual community, then you should probably know. It's kind of a no-brainer. It's a little thing called Palo Santo. As you can see here, this is I like to use mine quite often. A lot of people will use this as a way to, cleanse the air, cleanse the energy around them. However, it could actually be used in summoning, as we summon in tarot. We summon our sorry, we summon our spirit guides and different entities to get information from while doing tarot. You could also use the Palo Santo stick to attract those energies, because you're cleansing the energy of old negative energy and old vibes, and you're really just clearing them out. And this isn't just true with Palo Santo, it's just, when you call in specific energies, it kind of creates a, a field, a field of energy. Well, an energy field. So as most people do, you just light the Palo Santo with a lighter, and you have to have intention behind it, and your intention will create exactly what you need. So say I came home from work. Okay, this is just an example. I don't even need to work at this point in my life, but here goes. So say I came home from work and I had a lot of negativity. I had a lot of people calling me, giving me problems, cussing me out. I would take this Palo Santo and I would run it around my head. Um, Run it around my head, and I would explain to myself, like, obviously how I was treated throughout the day has no reflection upon my actual self-worth, because obviously you being treated badly by other people is in no way any factor of your self-worth. Just remember that. Also, just so you know, this giant candle in the background is for protection and healing. I light this like almost every day of the second to help everyone in the world. So if you're feeling nervous or anything, you could just stare at the light. It'll be flickering for you. So as I was saying, say you're very stressed out from work and people who, are constantly treating you badly, tearing you down. You would take the Palo Santo and say, I know my worth. How others treat me isn't my worth, obviously. And to go a step further, I would say something like this: any and all negative energy that surrounds me will be turned into good luck for myself. So your haters are actually going to be fueling your success, which they will absolutely hate. So there are several more methods. This isn't really the only way. If you are a witch, like me, a light witch, then you have many different ways of forming this type of ability. So what I would use is my very own plastic tools that I created myself. So I have protection magic here. You could also use protection magic. You could use a return to sender. You could really use any kind of tool that you would like. But I personally suggest that, um, obviously, there's some protection. I'm going to protect myself and some for you guys. um, and so, I mean, not that I don't already have a candle on, but you could use this protection. Um, I mean, I don't use any of these anymore because I've created new ways of transmuting this energy, but there is protection magic. If you're not capable of transmuting the energy, you feel like it's overwhelming, it's too much to transmute. I could completely understand. Some people aren't used to taking other people's energies. It's basically mental kung fu as well. You can rely on external entities such as, Palo Santo, magic, crystals. There's oh my god, if you're stressed out, you can use, okay, my favorite thing that I used to do was I would take my big fat quartz crystal. I would just get the biggest one that I had at the time, and I would put all that negative energy into it. Once it's kind of like getting your blood siphoned, not siphoned, but if you get your blood taken, you usually feel a little bit down for a little bit. That's the only problem with this, is you feel a little bit down for a little bit because you've taken out all this negative energy. The same with blood. When you get your blood, I'm not saying to go donate blood a bunch if you're feeling very negative. It's just an example. Like, if you feel kind of sick and run down, donating blood will usually help your body create more. So the idea is, if you take all of your negative energy out, then if you take all your negative energy out of the mix, then you will be able to create new energy. So that's another thing. The one last example of transmuting energy I will give you for now is the, I believe these are the Tibetan bowls. That's what most people know them as. So I would say this type of frequency. Okay. And what I just did is I guided the sound to go in the direction that I want, opposite of the direction that my negativity was given. So say I choose a particular direction. You say, like, in your mind, you're just like, I choose left. I choose to leave it in the past. And so what you would do is you take out the negativity, all the bad things. You say, like, this happened, that happened, with no sound, without hitting it, without making the chime. So I would be doing the opposite, is like, this happened, that happened, all kinds of negative things happened, and it would be a very quiet hum. But as I progress, after I'm done venting and really pouring out all of my feelings, then I would hit it again and then go the opposite way. And the best thing is that you could actually feel the vibrations Because this bowl, it has a lot of vibrative and like energy. I don't know exactly how to say that, but basically it's so filled with little vibrations that when you speak into it, it lightly hits off of the bowl, and you could slightly hear it depending on how good your hearing is. My hearing is scary good, so I can hear my echo off of this bowl. And so when I'm saying these particular things, they're going into this bowl. As I hit them out, sorry, that's too loud. As I hit them out and then spin a new narrative, I am creating a different reality. I am taking the negative energy that I just put out, that usually somebody else put, and I'm taking advantage of it by stealing the energy and using it for my own positive energy, because this positive energy is, it's infinite. You're gonna take this, you're gonna say your problems into it while you're doing, you're going counterclockwise, and then once you're done saying all your problems, you bang it out of the bowl, and then you go the clockwise. Once you start doing that, it really does take that negative energy and turn it around. So I would say that's probably the best way for somebody to take that negative energy and to turn it into, like, basically it's transmuting it. This could be even done with probably any kind of object. It's just that it's what you're assigning value to, what you're assigning energy to, what you're assigning importance to. So once you do one of these moves, you need to actually decide within yourself, like, okay, I just dealt with it. I'm no longer going to deal with that same problem. Basically, you're letting it go into the universe and working it and spinning it into something that you can manage. So at that point, when you're in a positive state, to remain in that positive state, if those thoughts come back, you're gonna have to remember, I used my enemy's energy for myself. And that needs to be enough to really keep you going on that energy, because the moment you start feeding into it again, then you've undone it. So that's the point, is that these techniques will work, but your mind has to be strong enough to, you have to allow your mind to do it and accept it. And I think that's all that's stopping transmuting energy. So if you get nervous or you have any problems or it's too difficult for you, it'll mainly be because you're still dwelling on it. With this type of energy, you are letting it go back into the universe, and you're letting it come back to you in a positive way. So it's like, well, I learned the lessons from this particular thing, and I spun it into something that I could now use for the rest of my life in a positive way. And that's the ultimate way to transmute any type of negative energy. That goes for negative comments, negative reviews, different things. I mean, sometimes it could just be other aspects of your life that you're not particularly dealing with. But from my understanding is that the energy that you absorb, obviously it's out there, it's in here, it's inside of you, and the moment you let that out and you let it come back to you, it's going to come back in a positive way this time, an extremely positive way, that the negativity, it's going to be eclipsed. And that's exactly how you do it. So whichever method you like the best, go ahead and do that. If you're having a really hard time with it, just give me a shout out, drop me a comment, let me know, because I do have oils that I create in, here. and I do what I need to do to help people go past whatever they're stuck with. So like I said, these are things you could do for yourself, but if you need help, I'm more than happy to help. So once again, thank you so much for visiting, and have a blessed day.